what about Joe Tsai's comment, and then what, if anything, that the league has done has bothered you?
Yeah, his response was alarming to me. I tweeted it out yesterday. He didn't say that the organization was working together to get Kyrie back on the floor. He said that he had more work to do. And our society has more work to do, including Joe Tsai. And it's 2022. It takes 10 minutes of time to see who, these business owners, corporations, et cetera, who they're associated with, who they're doing business with, and who they're affiliated with. And I'm vice president of the union, and it's part of my job to protect our players legally. And to see Phil Knight first come out and condemn, Kyrie, and also see Joe Tsai say he has more work to do, I think it's time for a larger conversation. And Adam came out and said a statement that he doesn't believe Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic, yet he's still suspended indefinitely. So those are my thoughts.
So what do you think the reaction should be with him if that's not the way to do it? Like, what should be the response?
I said this before. I think it's uncharted territory. I think it's no distinction between what somebody says versus what somebody posts. And I guess that's what they're trying to figure out. The terms that the Brooklyn Nets instituted for his return. I voice my discomfort. Some of our players, some people in the media voice some of their discomfort with that. And, we've yet to hear, what is the latest with that situation. It's still an indefinite suspension. He's already missed 5 or 6 games. So, how many games is he going to continue to miss? Is it another situation going on there? Is it a larger situation going on there? Is another conversation that need to be had? We've yet to find out. So I'm staying tuned, and I'm keeping my phone on to just see what is going to come of this situation.
So that's a question as a part of the executive committee. Do you have concerns about the parameters that were set up for his return to play, as far as just creating a level of steps of things that have to be fulfilled? And do you think that's something that needs to be addressed in discussions over the next collective bargaining agreement?
Absolutely. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before in our league. So to say that this is what is needed for somebody to return, we just thought that was excessive. Players thought that was excessive. So I'm not sure if that's going to be something that would be a CBA negotiation point or talking mechanism. I just know that there's sensitivity, on both sides that need to be addressed. And I'm looking forward to the union and the NBA and the Brooklyn Nets coming to a solution in the near future.
Okay, so YFM is back again.
Yes,
and
sir.
we want to go ahead and talk about these recent comments. So if you don't know who that is, that's what's his name? Jim Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah, man. Actually, I know this is kind of a serious topic, but, man, he is great in 2K, man. Like, if you played in my league, man, pick him. Get him on the team, bro. He's great.
Yeah, he's great. Perfect mid-range shooter, all of that stuff. Also, I've never really heard him speak before.
Yeah.
So it was amazing to hear him speak, and he's the vice president of the Players Association. Jaylen Brown, he's usually quiet. He don't really talk a lot. But this dude just went to the to the NBA Finals this past year, so people know who he is. But his comments are basically centered around Kyrie seems like he's getting blackballed from the league. So everybody know Kyrie had tweeted out that movie. And that movie that he tweeted out is basically from, I think it's called From Hebrews to Negroes, or Hebrews to Negroes.
From Hebrews to Negroes, yeah.
Right, from Hebrews to Negroes. And it talks about how, I didn't watch it, I ain't gonna lie. I've seen clips of it. But basically the movie insinuates that Jewish people, the Holocaust didn't happen, and Jewish people are the cause for a lot of the issues within the world and America and Black America in general, and how Black people are the actual Hebrew Israel, like we're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, boom.
Well, look, I thought it was more so of that they thought that they had something to do with the Atlantic slave trade, like the Jewish people had something to do with the Atlantic slave trade. Did you hear anything about that?
No, I did not hear anything about that. I just know about the Hebrew Israelites, and the clips I seen in the movie had to do with that. But the fact that people believe that probably might be true. I think that historically might be correct. I mean, there was Dutch people that were part of the slave trade. People from England was a part of the slave trade, and of course, Americans were part of the slave trade. This wasn't something that was just like exclusive to just white people in the South. This was started by the Dutch. You know, you motherfuckers love pancakes and fucking waffles. But anyway, he said what he said. He didn't really say anything. He tweeted what he said. Then he had a press conference, didn't apologize. He had another press conference, didn't apologize. He was saying some weird ass shit, not really just saying, my bad, I'm sorry, like 99% of the people would say. Well, he got suspended by the team. He lost basically his Nike deal, lost a couple other deals as well, Kyrie Irving. He released a press statement apologizing, and he got suspended from the Nets for 5 games. Well, now it will be going on 6 or 7 games. He is not scheduled to play tonight. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. He went on his Instagram Live to talk about how our generation needs to be the ones to start to speak up. And now you have players, you have Stephen A. Smith, you have other people in the media like, okay, he apologized.
Right.
He lost his deals.
Right.
He had a 5-game suspension from the Nets. It's over. When we asked the Nets owner about it, Joe Tsai, he talking about, well, he still has work to do. What the hell is going on? You say one thing and now something else is going on, and it's crazy that the person that caused hurt is now the victim because we can't figure out what we're doing. So, Wayne, I'm not even going. I'm not even going to act like I'm not. My opinion straight up is like, he apologized. When do we forgive as a society? When do we stop canceling as a society? You know,
we don't. We're not going to. We need to start. Excuse me. We need to start canceling as a race, right? I'm sorry. We need to start canceling as a race. We need to pick which people we want to cancel and which people that we want to save. Kyrie, I believe, is one of those people that we're trying to save. My biggest thing here, excuse me, is I know everybody always says like, it's my Instagram. I can say what I want. I can do what I want. Stop with that, man. It's some free shit that they gave you. It's not true. Like, I hate
that is not true.
When niggas get free shit, bro. It's like they become president of the United States of the world. You know what I mean? It's like, don't put anything you want on there. I see that you believe what you believe, and I understand that you want to get more people like to listen or to believe or to read this book, to open up their minds more. I get it, Kyrie. I get it, bro. But you need to do that and start that with the people next to you. You're doing it on a broader level when you go on social media. So that's what I'm upset at Kyrie about, right? Just, you don't have to say what you want to say all the time. Just leave that alone. Now, back to him being punished. His punishment wasn't only just a 5-game suspension. I think they gave him excuse me, they took some of his pay, and I also believe that they made him, he had to take a sensitivity training, and he also had to go and meet with some Jewish leaders or something like that, right?
Right.
And he still said, like, there's more work to do. I really believe that this isn't going to stop until, like, and I don't know, Felix, you may want to take this out. What I'm about to say, this may come off as anti-Semitic. I don't know. But this isn't going to stop until somebody from that ilk in the Jewish community says, okay, it's fine. And they'll put the hammer down and say, okay, he's suffered enough. Y'all can go now. And then they'll say, okay, come on back in. Because what do you mean he hasn't suffered enough? This is what you gave him as a punishment. Let the dude back on the goddamn court, man. What are we talking about? What are we doing here, man? And Jaylen Brown is absolutely right, man. I honestly believe a strike is a good idea. I believe that, the players that believe in him need to strike. They do. They need to stop playing ball until they let Kyrie back. It's not a matter if you like him. It's not a matter if he was right or wrong in what he said. There were so many stars and so many celebrities and so many sports and athletes that have said so many worse things, ugly things, the N-words, this and that and the other. They got slapped on the wrist. Keep it moving. You took away this dude's Nike deal. Come on, man. And the only reason that they're really doing that is because this is, I mean, it's the new generation, and it would have happened in the previous generation. I guess when we were growing up as teenagers, I mean, he would have gotten punished then as well. But I think we're taking it a lot further now. So I think it's never enough punishment for somebody, and especially for us, for black people. People still hate Chris Brown. People still hate. They're gonna forever hate Kanye. Like whenever when someone is let into their fold, when they allow you into their fold and you embarrass them, then they're like, I have nothing to do. I don't want anything to do with you. Like that's just what they do. They're gonna kick us away. They're gonna boot us away and only bring us back in when they want to. And that's exactly what they're doing to Kyrie. Punishment isn't enough. They want to make this dude suffer. They want the whole world to know about this. And I really believe that they're just waiting for the hammer to come down from whatever organization and let them say, okay, he's forgiven. He's good now. Y'all can let him play again. And I think that's absolute bullshit.
Okay, so Adam Silver, he is the commissioner of the NBA. He came out and said that he doesn't believe that Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. So the commissioner came out and said he don't think he anti-Semitic. The commissioner had a whole hour-plus conversation with him about his words and educated him like, hey, yo, bro, this is the reason why we feel this way, my G. So if the commissioner comes out and have a whole conversation with you, right, wouldn't you think that would be like, all right, yeah. He's saying that he's not anti-Semitic. He made a mistake. He apologized. He served his 5-game suspension. I don't know if he talked to the ADL yet. Anti-defamation league. I don't know if he talked to them yet. I don't know if he talked to Jewish leaders yet. I don't know what else he has done. But there has been no indication or information about any of that shit. So the thing that makes me mad is this. You over punishing him after he did all the things that you asked him to do. But as black people, like you said, we got to be a little careful with who we defending sometimes.
Okay.
In this case, though, I feel like he did everything that he could. Besides, maybe, I mean, they rejected the $500,000 that he tried to give him. I think he did everything he was supposed to do, and that's it. This shit has been dragging on for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. My only other point is real simple. I don't think this has anything to do with his comments, Wayne.
You stole the words out of my mouth, bro. Listen. Before you even say, to me,
go ahead.
To me, this is like when OJ stole his memorabilia. Now, OJ got off on a crime and everything back in the 90s, and then like 10, 15 years ago or something, he went back to jail because somebody had taken his football stuff, and
he got robbed or something. Somebody stole some shit. Yep. And
then like OJ and his mans and his group went up there and tried to rob and get his stuff back, right? And then when they put him in jail and everything, they tried to give him like 99, 100 years. And I'm like, this isn't about the memorabilia. This is about Nicole. Y'all getting revenge back from Nicole. This dude just fucked up again, and y'all was like, got you now, nigger. And now we're going to try to put you in there for life. That's the same thing that's happening to Kyrie right now. This has nothing to do with his comments. This has to do with Kyrie just being a problem and a nuisance ever since he's been in the NBA. He's always been into something. He's always been into something crazy. He's taken that. Yes. He took that time off and didn't tell why. And people was like, oh, maybe he has mental problems or mental issues. And maybe so, because there was a lot of things going on at that time that bothered us, black people, that was happening to us. So it could have been weighing down on us. This is a new generation, man. People are open to speak their feelings. The people are open to speak their minds and say, yo, I need time to myself. It's a new generation. Older people, if y'all don't get it, y'all just don't get it. It is what it is, man. So that's what I think it is. It's like they're making him serve extra time because he's always been a problem. That's how you feel?
That's exactly how I feel. I feel like certainly the Nets are like this. And let me just give y'all like a timeline as best as I can. Kyrie Irving was playing with the Boston Celtics. He went out there. This is after he forced a trade from Cleveland because he didn't want to play with LeBron no more.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yeah.
He said that. He went on First Take, did all that bullshit, talking about reason why I just need my own team. I need to be my own man. So he joined the Boston Celtics with Jaylen Brown in them, Jason Tatum in them.
Mm-hmm.
Went up in there. Marcus Smart in them. He went and joined them. This motherfucker got injured. Didn't play. He went and it was like mid-season. He came out and was like, talk to the crowd during the game, right before the game started.
Yeah.
I'm going to resign here. This is going to be my forever home. And then the nigga didn't resign.
Right.
He said all of that shit and never did it.
God,
like, that's some crazy shit. Like,
yo, man.
Like, okay. So then there was a meeting between Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And this happened after a game. They was in like the little, behind the stadium shit. And cameras caught these niggas talking. And everybody knew what they was talking about. And yo, my nigga, fuck the Warriors, nigga, because Draymond Green just called you a bitch-ass nigga in front of the whole world. Everybody, remember that happened? Draymond called him a bitch-ass nigga, and Draymond's about to fight him. Kevin Durant was like, yo, I'm done. Fuck these niggas.
Right. Right.
Kevin Durant is a passive-aggressive dude. Only thing he wants to do is hoop. He just want to play basketball. So Kyrie Irving was like, well, shit, fuck it. Let's team up and let's go to another team. So they was like, Kevin Durant was like, shit, let's go to the fucking Knicks. And he was like, nah, their organization is weird and their owner is kind of racist and shit, which is real. So they was like, nah, we're going to go to the Nets because Kyrie Irving grew up in New Jersey and he is an eternal Nets fan.
Okay.
They go over there. All right, boom. First year, we already know Kevin Durant, his whole ACL and shit is fucked up. So Kevin Durant did not play. So Kyrie was out there with a whole bunch of young boys balling by himself, right? Did good, but he got fucked up. They made the playoff. I don't know if they make the playoffs or whatever. The next year, Kyrie come back. Kevin Durant's there. They got Draymond, a couple other niggas, whoever's. Bunch of old niggas. They ain't doing too hot. The motherfucking playing tournament start because COVID hit. And Kyrie Irving tried to make the NBA players stop and not go to the bubble because of COVID. And when they was like, well, give us another plan, give us another solution of what you want to do, this nigga had no idea. He was the only one that didn't want to play, so he didn't play.
Right.
Nets got blown the fuck out. Their team lost. Right? Boom. Next year, after that, it's 2020. I know I'm taking some time, but I'm telling y'all how.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
2021, right? Next year. Or 2020. You got George Floyd getting shot. We had riots and shit like that. Kyrie Irving's like, man, I'm not playing. Fuck y'all. I need some personal time to myself. I had to go work. Wayne had to go work. Whoever listened to this motherfucker, you had to go work. Jaylen Brown, his bitch ass with them braids, he had to go work. Everybody had to go fuck work. Kyrie Irving said, I ain't going to work. Fuck work. Fuck this shit. He was gone for a month. Then he took other time off, unexcused without telling everybody. With the Brooklyn Nets. He's the one that set this fucking team up with Kevin Durant. You got Kevin Durant, small, rail ass out there trying to ball. This motherfucker is giving his heart. But every time it's Kyrie. He don't want to play because of COVID. Kyrie. He don't want to play because somebody died. Kyrie. He has emotional problems, so he don't want to play. Kyrie. Now he tweeting out weird ass motherfucking anti-Semitic shit, so he ain't playing. And Kevin Durant's just out there by himself. Kyrie asked for hold up. I'm almost done. Kyrie Irving asked for a fucking trade, man. Earlier this year. Talking about he want to go play for the Lakers. How, nigga? Who we gonna trade you for? What the fuck are you talking about? And then when nobody wanted to trade for him because Kyrie be bugging the fuck out and he be going on Twitter doing all this peace love shit, he just just found knowledge and he doesn't know how to process it yet, and he doesn't understand the knowledge. But that's another fucking point. So he's sitting out there wilding out. His mind is all open, but he's all lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
He has no direction.
So Kevin Durant asked for a trade too because Kyrie talking about he didn't want to trade. Then Kyrie can't get no trade partners because nobody want to trade for this lunatic ass woke nigga. Nobody want to trade for this woke nigga. So he rescinded the trade. Kevin Durant said, yeah, trade me. They can't trade Kevin Durant. Now they playing together. And now it's only a few weeks into the season and this nigga's bugging out again, tweeting shit. Only thing I'm going to say is this. I laid out all of that to let y'all know he still should be reinstated from this particular position. But what me and Wayne is saying is that the reason why is because the Nets are trying to figure out a way to get this nigga off the team. Because this nigga is a distraction.
Right.
And the Nets play better without him. Statistically. Defensive-wise.
Okay, all right. Defensive wise, okay. I was gonna say it's because the energy is different when a nigga walk on the court. You know what I mean?
I don't know what type of
with
weird
the whole team
this nigga got going on. And remember he had Sage in the shit, and they was like, the alarms go off. And I'm just saying, like, bro, everybody do they Sage at home. I don't come into our office and do that shit, Wayne.
Yeah.
You're fucking fired, bro. That's what I'm saying. We defended him because it's right, but he is. With the black community, man, that nigga's on he's on that Kanye West shit. He's on the thin line, man. You about to be in the closed and shut in list permanently. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. We got to learn how to just keep our comments to ourselves. When we learn something new, when we do something new, we got to, I don't know why we have to let everybody know about it, you know?
On Twitter.
We need to start on Twitter. We just need to learn more, do more. And like you had said before, like he needs a little direction. He needs somebody to kind of point him where he needs to go in his new life or his new learning or whatever you want to call it, you know? And
he needs to join Kyrie. If you ever hear this, man, come holler at me. Just DM YFM podcast, man, on Instagram and also on Twitter. Just DM me, because I got you. I know exactly who to get you in contact with. You know what I'm saying? To get you straight. Yeah. But you sitting over here doing this fucking random Amazon searches and shit, finding all this Hebrew Israelite shit. And you know what? I got to say this, Wayne.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, Dot. This is your fault too, man.
No, it's not. It's not. This is literally, I believe, everybody's fault. You know what I mean? I mean, it's everybody's fault. It's the NBA's fault, the organization's fault, Kyrie's fault because he got to tweet shit. Here's the thing that kind of gets me the most is that people can't say that, because I had asked you this earlier because I'm Googling and I'm trying to figure it out so I can learn more for myself. I'm trying to say, what does being anti-Semitic really mean? Does that mean that you can't say that you think that Jewish people are like at the pinnacle and they run? Because we're not saying that they're trailer trash or they're still they're witches. We're saying that they're at the very top. They own everything, and we have to treat them nicely, or we have to I don't know. We can't talk badly about them, or they'll just kind of push us away or kick us out, almost like on some Illuminati type shit. You know what I mean?
See, and
I kind of feel
I kind of feel that way.
But listen though. But we're saying that you're the top. We have to get through you. You've built this somehow. You've built this with your religion and y'all's way of life. And you've started running Hollywood, and you started running music, and you started doing this, and everybody has to come to you guys for this. Like, excuse my ignorance, but how's that frowned upon? Like, how do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying.
Why does that make you angry?
We are grouping a people together. And there's a lot of Jewish people out there that don't have no money. There's a lot of Jewish people out there that do live in the hood. There's a lot of Jewish people out there that doesn't understand what even being Jewish is. If you say Ross, and this is racist, so excuse me, and I'm stereotyping right now. Let's say you say Ross Goldberg. That motherfucker runs Empire Records or something, and he slights you. Right. Or this person runs this company or owns this business, and he slights you. Instead of you being like, yo, Jews are bad, or Jews run the world, or Jews got all the money, you could just say this motherfucker and this motherfucker run the world. Mm-hmm. Dave Chappelle said it during his monologue on SNL, which I believe was the best monologue I ever heard on that fucking platform. It was amazing. He said that he spent a lot of time in Hollywood. He's been around Hollywood. And he said there's a lot of Jews. Mm-hmm. He's like, he ain't saying he's not saying anything, but he's just saying there's a lot of Jewish people. And like I've said multiple times, I said it when we did the podcast with Kyle. Make sure y'all check out the newest episode, Cold Civil War, that's out. And we talked about Black Panther. Check that out on Anchor and on Apple Podcasts. But like I said, on those, what is the best way, and this is what we need to learn as a black community, y'all fucking up. What's the best way to protect your people? have enough money where you become the heads of organizations, or you actually become the head of an actual business.
Well, yeah, we're getting there.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there, but you already know statistically, we ain't there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Statistically, we're not there. We have a lot of problems within the black community. And I want us to fix our problems first and try our best to fix those issues and continue to do what we're doing and be better people before we start blaming another group of people for anything else. Because we got a lot of shit that we could work on ourselves before we start blaming the Jewish community.
But this isn't about us needing to work on us. I look, all due respect, I hate when black people say black people need to work harder and do better so we can look, man. No, don't no other race do that to the, and it's always we got to do better. No, we're doing fine, of course. And I still do believe that we are being held back. I think we were always held back, you know, and it's not about us always like rising up together and we need to come together and do this, because that's kind of that pull yourself up by your bootstraps
yeah,
type of mentality, and that's not good either. That's not right either, you know. So of course we may have things, every race or group or, you know, has something that they need to work on. I hate that we always have to bring that in when we're talking about like another group of people. You know, we are talking about, we've been held down since the beginning of time. And you have the Jewish people who kind of got out of it and they kind of jumped up, and I guess it's anti-Semitic to say, but they're kind of run everything. They're kind of on top of everything.
I feel like we can look at how they did that and emulate it. I don't see it like Jay-Z. Remember Jay-Z got in trouble because he was like, who was that? No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It was 2 Chainz. No, I'm wrong again. Future actually said it. Future said, I'm trying to have that Jewish money. And I believe LeBron retweeted that. And then he got in trouble. That was anti-Semitic. How is that anti-Semitic? Y'all do got the money.
Yeah, y'all got a whole lot of money. We're trying to obtain as much money as y'all.
It was a compliment.
Anti-Semitic. You know what? You know what I'm thinking? You know what I just thought? Maybe they don't want people to know. Like maybe like the word got out and they're like, man, maybe they are really like big money. Maybe they do run everything, but maybe that's like on a hush hush and they don't want people to know. Cause you know, like Jewish people, they're a quiet group. They don't cause any trouble. They don't no ruckus or anything like that. You know?
Depends on the Jews you're talking about. If you go to New York, those traditional, I forgot what they're called. The traditional Jews.
Is it Hasidic?
Hasidic. They'll fuck you up. You don't go into those neighborhoods acting like a fool, acting like a nigga, acting like some drunk white dude. They'll fuck you up. They don't play that game. They don't play them games. No. But that's only like in New York. Like that's where you find that at is there. So
I feel you, but different. that kind of goes into what I'm saying though. Like don't go into their neighborhood or acting stupid or they'll fuck you up. But the thing is they just excuse me, they just want everything to be on a hush hush. And if everybody knows that, you know, maybe we do have a little money, maybe we do run something, then, you know, that's what I think it is now that I've thought about it is, you know, they're just trying to keep everything a secret. I kind of guess like the Illuminati, you know, they don't want everybody to know about it.
I feel like, and you know the reason why I feel like this, it always goes back to where the rhetoric started for these type of things. Jewish people are penny pitchers. Jewish people have all the money. That's the same thing that they said in Nazi Germany.
Okay.
And that's the reason why I don't believe that bullshit, because there's just certain people that end up being Jewish that just have money. And I feel like that's okay. And I feel like that is fine because there's certain black people that have money. Like if you try to enter the fucking hair care industry, or you try to enter the soul food industry, or you try to enter any industry like the clothing industry or the makeup industry, predominantly black people run all of those industries. The music industry, we have the most content in it. We just are not the heads of it. We're just steps away from becoming the heads of it. But I just don't. And I feel like that's the biggest key we need to learn. If you're going to call out people, call out the individual. Because as soon as you start grouping motherfuckers together, that's when it becomes racist. That's when it becomes anti-Semitic. When you say Jewish people got all the money. No, there's a few people that are Jewish that have money, that run organizations, or they're in the higher levels. But there's also regular old white people that do too, and they act like they fucking ain't the ones. Like they do too. Like Jerry, there is no. And I was going to say there is no NFL owner that I know of, or any NBA owner that I know of, or any baseball owner that I know of, or any tech billionaire that I know of that is Jewish. I might be wrong, but I don't know any. I know lawyers, a few accountants, and that's it. So the music industry is full of Jewish people too, but it's not like what people are saying. Like a lot of those record
then what
people
is
that
it
run
then?
the record labels
Then,
are white.
then here's my thing though. Then what is it then? If it's because going back to what Chappelle said, he said there are a lot of Jewish people in Hollywood, right?
Yep.
Then
But
what?
he did.
Then yes. Then what are we saying? Then he's insinuating something. He's not just saying there's a lot, so no big deal. No, he's insinuating something, just
He
like
just said-
Kanye and Kyrie.
He was
did,
making
you know?
a joke. He was like, even though I don't agree with what he said, there is a lot of Jewish people there. Like,
Right.
It
So
is true.
so what is so what does that
So what
mean
is-
though? I mean, that means something. That means that
I
mean,
think it just means that those people gravitated, and I don't know why. We might have to ask you a Jewish friend if you have any. Though I think they I mean, like, you know how it is, my G. Like, we get into a job. I'm trying to get my cousin in. I'm trying to get my uncle in. I'm trying to get my auntie in. I'm trying to get my mom in. And I feel like that's just what happened. And think about it. After
they've done that enough to get
Right.
all of their family and friends in. So
Maybe.
they are on top of Hollywood, right? No.
I mean, it's for what he said. That's what he said. I don't know the statistics, but I would say, me personally, it's a lot of pale motherfuckers that run Hollywood. That's all I would say. It's a lot of people that don't look like me and Wayne that run that bitch. You got Issa Rae up there. That's great. That's about it that I know of.
Really?
You know, you got Ryan Coogler, but he's not the head of the studio. He got to go beg for money. He got to still beg for money, and this motherfucker made the biggest movie of the year. He's still going to have to beg for money on his next project that's not Wakanda Forever.
Bruh, can't even get money out his own account.
You heard me? He get fucking
know.
arrested and harassed. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, Jewish people and black people have a lot in common. I just feel like they put their efforts and they just ended up getting into an industry that's very different than us. I also feel like in America, they're not as persecuted as us at all. Because a Jewish person can still walk down the street, and if they don't have on their traditional garb, you won't tell if this is a white person or a Jew. Now, do Jewish people also get murdered and killed and shot at all the time too? Yep. But my point is not to compare anyone's suffering. But my point is that I hate that black people would say anything about another group of people that went through suffering too in a hateful way, or to say that they're oppressing people.
Right.
I haven't experienced it. I want to see that shit in person before I believe it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in 30 years, Wayne, they're going to say the same shit about us. And they're already saying it with replacement theory. White people are already thinking that Mexicans and blacks are going to replace them. So they're going to say the same shit about us soon, bro. Niggas run all these industries. Watch.
Okay. I don't feel like we would be offended. You know, if it does come down to that.
We're gonna put it in the rap songs.
We're gonna put it. Yeah. We already do, and we don't
it's
even
a
own
different
it yet, you know?
swag. You know,
Right.
it's a different swag. It's a different thing.
So that's why I think like it's kind of, it has to be some type of secretive thing that they don't want people to know about, because you're being offended by saying that you're on the top of the world. You run
But
everything. And they're like, oh, no, don't say that. We're going to take everything from you. That just proves, and then taking everything from people like they did to Kanye, like they're doing to Kyrie, it proves that it's right. It's correct.
But you
right?
can't.
Somebody else is in control.
They shouldn't have fucking said that shit. That's wrong. Like, he lost shit. He didn't lose a lot.
got you.
But he lost shit when he said slavery was a choice.
Yeah.
He lost stuff. Like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not defending that fucking nut ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But there's always a caveat with everything, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to Kanye or Kyrie, I would defend him because he did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why they fear people saying that they're rich, people saying that they're the top of the world, people saying that they're penny pitchers, people saying all that stuff is because last time motherfuckers said that shit and people believed it, they got put in the ovens.
Okay. I got you.
So they like, yo, don't say that shit.
No. That was because they think they killed Jesus. They think they had a hand.
No,
in
that's
killing
not why the
Jesus.
Nazis killed him, man. That's not why the Nazis killed him. No, the Nazis blamed
They killed
the
him because
Jewish
of the
people.
propaganda, just strictly propaganda.
Yes. Yeah, all propaganda, bro. They made a whole bunch of shit up. See, the Jewish people Nazis are not like they weren't like crazy Christians. They believe.
Well, no,
that
they're running off of Adolf,
Hitler,
though.
Right. And Adolf wrote Mein Kampf, and Mein Kampf was basically about how the Jewish people destroyed Germany, and how Germany is the actual elite race, and he used historical data to prove it. Okay. Some people believe that Adolf liked black people and Chinese people and Japanese people. But that's not what the fuck happened. That's not real. That's all fake. That's lies. He believed that white people, the Aryan race, was the superior race. Just like that teacher that got suspended for saying that to his black kids here. Right. I think that was here in Texas. He believes that they are the superior race. And that's the reason why Jewish people were destroying the superior race, and that's why they had to die. The whole thing, the whole history of it was to actually lock them away and then deport them to a whole nother country. But the problem was that when they tried to do that, they couldn't afford it. So they just started putting them in trains, and they put them in concentration camps to work them to death, to make them make munitions. But that didn't work. So they said, well, fuck it. We're going to start gassing them. That's what happened. And all of that started because of propaganda. And it was 10 plus years of propaganda. And it was this shit that we've been peddling as black people for years. We got to remember that.
So how does that, here's my thing. Please put me in those shoes of how you can get, let's talk about the propaganda for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Them saying that, okay, Jewish people are penny pinchers, outside
They're
of the
rich.
fact of, they're rich,
They own
whatever
all
the
the
case
shops.
is. Now let's take that to the side, what you were saying about them, Hitler saying that they destroyed Germany or trying to destroy Germany. Let's put that to the side. How angry could you possibly get by hearing that propaganda over and over again to where you would want to murder somebody, and just, if you're not murdering them, then be on the side of the murderer? Because all they're saying is that they're rich and you own everything and you're penny pinchers. Why would that make you want to kill people?
Because you have to think about all the years that preceded that. So the years that preceded that, Germany lost World War I. When they lost World War I, they had to pay money to the other powers that won to be able to replenish their money. That was their penance for not being, Germany being totally just broken up and turned into parts of England and Russia. So they had to go ahead and say, okay, we're going to keep our country, but we're going to pay y'all money. What happened was that Germany went into a Great Depression. Their markets crashed over time. They did not have the money. And that's the reason why Hitler was able to take power. Because the people were so tired of being broke, starving to death, not having enough money, not having any jobs. Only thing he had to do was have pamphlets and then have his, like posters and shit like that saying that Jewish people took all your jobs. The reason why we lost World War I is because of the Jews. The reason why our economy crashed is because of the Jewish people. That, as well as you starving and you don't got no jobs, and then you listening to a leader that can rile you up and give you purpose in your life after you're from a defeated country, would make you do that. Certainly if you're hearing that message time and time again. And these are not 50, 60-year-olds that are going out there and pushing you in the oven. These are 20-year-olds, and 18 and 16 and 17-year-olds, which was the predominant population of Germany at the time. Black people, if y'all want to change and we want to be the head of the table, learn history. It's only 100 years deep if you think about it. Because everything that happened, like us having Trump, and I think he just said he's going to run for re-election. I don't know when the meeting is. I think he's doing it at Mar-a-Lago today. But if you think about Trump, guess who was just like Trump? Reagan.
Hitler?
Ronald Reagan was like Trump. He was a popular person that had no experience. Ronald Reagan he used to chill with the Rat Pack. He was a fucking movie star.
Yeah.
Look what he did to us, our community. All of this shit is recent. It's not anything just super duper new or old. So black people, learn your fucking history. Know how to know that shit like the back of your hand, because it's just repeating itself over and over and over again. And that's why the Jewish people are so afraid, because they know how a bad situation, you blaming a group of people, you get people mad, and then they just start killing people. They did the same thing to us, Wayne. They did the same thing to black people. When we got free, they said, yo, niggers are going to come rape your wives.
Yeah.
They're going to come take your jobs. And they're going to come take all your fucking money. And they will come into our little black camps that we have with free slaves, not bothering nobody, in the middle of the woods, and come hang us and kill us all and had us afraid of ghosts. And then they call themselves the Klan. It's the same shit. Anyone that's afraid, if you can get people afraid of a group of people, they'll rally together and eliminate that group of people. And it's been like that since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
That's the reason why, Wayne. And if I was the Jewish people, I'd be afraid too. Because enough people start believing this shit and not thinking about it, it will make them be like, yo, fuck them Jewish people. Let's get them out of our country. Because they try to do it with the Mexicans right now.
Right.
And us too.
Yep. So yeah, because I still kind of fear, like what you saying Trump. I still kind of fear like them trying to do slavery all over again. So I can kind of see.
You're right.
Go ahead.
Right, Wayne.
Go ahead.
No, so slavery was never removed from any state
You're
law.
absolutely right. I know. Yes, man. They just made that shit illegal in a few states, didn't they?
Yes, and I think Mississippi. No, what was it? Tennessee or Alabama?
Tennessee
it
was
didn't
one of
go
them.
through. It was one of them. One of those states where they had slavery to end slavery on the ballot, and it did not. Yeah, please look it up, Wayne. It did not pass. First of all, people don't understand. They're like, "Why I see black people walking around all over the place? Why the fuck are you talking about slavery?"
Right.
So I understand. Like, what is this useless shit? But so yeah, man, this shit is real recent. Wayne looking it up right now.
My thing is,
There we go. Go ahead.
How can you? No. I was going to ask something else. How can you? You can know your history, right? But how do you stop it?
Yeah.
If it's going to happen again, how can you possibly stop it?
So first of all, you got to know what happened, right? So once you have the knowledge, then the knowledge is the power, and then the power allows for us to make better choices. But the problem is that due to Instagram and TikTok and shit like that, people's attention spans are different, and people are not getting taught this shit in school, right? So you have regular knowledge, and then you have sacred knowledge. We have the internet, and everything that I've learned about history, besides, when I was in school, I learned from the motherfucking internet. And I learned from books, reading, and actually reading shit online. Everything's available. But if you don't, look at, I have a book that's called The History of the World. And it's about, I would say 1,500 pages, right? And it talks about, from these scholars' perspectives, the history of the known world. And I got that knowledge so I can always recount to it, because all of this stuff, if you look at it, it repeats itself.
Yeah.
It's a big part. The way that we stop it is by having the knowledge and then teaching others the knowledge. And then that way we can say, you know what? Democracy might end if we start to implement more traditional ways of life that we're used to, that our parents used to do. Democracy might change because these white people feel like they are being oppressed and dwindled. Well, that happened actually in Athens, basically. That's how democracy ended the first time, kind of. But it's very similar to what's going on. Not enough people being represented. They decided to storm the castle. People was hungry. People were starving, and they fucked that shit up. The same thing can happen here. That's all it is. But we talked about a lot. We went around this whole thing about Jewish people, because I think it's very important to have this conversation. But at the end of the day, and I know Wayne feel this way too, let Kyrie play the motherfucking basketballs.
Absolutely. The basketballs. I absolutely feel that way, man. Like, his punishment is up. People get punished, slap him on the wrist, make him go home, put him in a corner. Fine, he's good. Let the dude play, man. And another thing, they're also doing this because he's black. Let's come on now. Let's keep it real. This also has to do, him being black has a little bit to do with this,
Fuck a little bit. The NBA is what, 80% black now?
Yes.
It's dumb.
Yes.
when you see three, my wife says it. She saw 3 white people on the court, and she was like, "What team is that?" I was like, "That's the fucking Lakers. We suck. we just get niggas off the street. Can you shoot a 3, bitch? Go out there and play. I don't give a fuck what you doing." So I'm like, most of the league is African American. Most 80%.
Yep.
But the owners aren't. I think what? Do we have a black owner?
I don't believe so. No.
Because we don't have a black owner in NFL. Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos are trying to buy the Commanders. People call them the commies, but I think it's funny as shit. I hope they change the name. You know what I'm saying? But
I do too, man.
I don't like the
Need
Commanders.
something a little different.
Yeah, we need something different. Certainly in the state capital. That name is trash. It's like some old expansion team type shit. But like, logo's garbage too. It's some old clip art shit. But like, I'm like, the owners aren't black or like really minorities. So Wayne is right. Like, yeah, nigga, get in line and don't act crazy, nigga. Stay on that path. You lucky to be here, nigga. Instead of being like, my talents affords me this. It's like, nigga, you lucky to be here, bro, because your ass could be on the street making $42,000 like the rest of these niggas out here. You fucking lucky we got this sport, nigga. You lucky, nigga. You are blessed to be out here, bitch. You better fucking shut the fuck up and put down them Dr. Umar books and go fucking dribble that basketball. Put them fucking incense away. But Kyrie is trying to be the holy man.
So do you think Kyrie should come back?
No, I don't think that I don't know why he wants to come back. Honestly, if I was him, I'd just say, fuck y'all. I'm going to go on a holy mission. I'm going to try to teach the youth. I'm going to try to learn more, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should go ahead and just do that. He'll probably be happier. Remember Ricky Williams? He kept getting suspended for weed, so he said, fuck it. And he went to the fucking hills and smoked
he fucked up, though.
Pound.
That dude quit his whole entire football career for weed. No, bro. That's not good.
But he came
That's
back.
not good.
He was still good, but he wasn't Ricky Williams. That nigga was going to be like people. Yo, I remember that shit. That was early 2000s. Ricky Williams was like Barry Sanders, nigga.
Yep.
But he just could not stop smoking blunts. That nigga was high. But
It's crazy.
he was happy until child support started coming after his ass. See, that's the only reason why he came back. Taxes and child support. That's the only reason why. Because he had like 7 kids too. So he liked to smoke blunts and fuck with no condom.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know he had that many kids, yo. That's funny.
See, that's the thing, man. You want to be free? Wrap it up. You can't be free. So, Kyrie, he got. I don't know his money, but I think he has enough money just to say fuck it.
I think so too.
Fuck him. You get in trouble when you say one thing. He didn't even say shit. He just tweeted it.
Right.
Okay, yes, he didn't apologize. He should have did the nigga handbook. My bad. I didn't mean to offend anybody. Y'all know I'm not racist. I love the Jewish people. And people would have forgot about this shit, Wayne. If for real, it would have been dead. It would have been deaded. It would have been deaded. But he wanted to go ahead and use his fake ass woke knowledge and his spiritualism to explain it. He said, y'all can't cancel me because I have a whole army behind him. Nigga, you can't feed that to your kids, bruh.
Right.
That's the reason why they have secret societies. So you can talk about this shit in secret. In a society.
Well, look, you don't think the Jewish community is a secret society?
No.
Okay.
Mr.
Right.
Get us canceled. No, nigga. Call Kyle and talk about that shit. But nah, nigga. There ain't no fucking no, nigga. Who you think runs Spotify? It ain't me and you. Spotify, we love you. Anchor, we available. Apple Podcast. No, I don't think that's secret society. I just think, I don't know. I just feel like, me personally, I feel like they're just like white people. White people are a secret society then. Because they own everything in this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, they can't even let Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the richest of us that we know. They won't even let him get a team. The billionaire dude, I forgot what he runs. I think he used to run MTV. I think he's the one that started, or BET or some shit. That billionaire guy, they wouldn't let him buy the Broncos. He ain't had enough money because Walmart stepped in. The Walmart family stepped in. They was like, bitch, we got $89 million or $89 billion. The fuck you talking about? This nigga got 8.
Right.
So that's the secret motherfucking society, nigga. When you got 89 billion, that's the secret society. If you took all the Jewish people money in the world, it wouldn't be 89 billion. Guaranteed. So secret society is rich whites. It is not Jewish people. It's rich whites.
But there's also the power factor as well.
And I can say rich whites and not get in trouble. See?
All right, that's what Kanye said too. They fucked him up.
No, he said rich Jews, and his ass was grass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
can't say that.
I don't know, man. I can't help but to think that, and you know, I'm not this kind of person either. But there's like some secret underlining thing going on that, you know, to keep him down, man, to keep Kyrie down. And this is definitely a lesson as well. I don't know how we didn't say that at first. They're definitely trying to use Kyrie as a lesson for everybody else in the NBA. And I'm happy for people like Jaylen Brown who comes out and they're like, yo, you know, it's not right. Yeah, it's not right because yes, because he helped put everybody back in focus.
Yeah,
like he's talking to the NBA players. He's like, yo, don't let them scare you. Like, we got you here. We're talking about it. We're trying to, like, you know, just in case anything happens like this again, we're trying to combat this.
Because this could easily happen again, Wayne.
Absolutely. Tomorrow.
Elon, continue destroying Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a new one, buy it and destroy it like you're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
Please, keep doing what you're doing, broski. You're doing a good job, Elon. Fuck Twitter up. Because we don't deserve it. We don't know how to use it. We don't deserve nice things, like my wife always said. Because I keep losing my AirPods. I got one in Kentucky and I got one in Indonesia somewhere. I can't keep these shits in my ear. I can't keep them in the case. I can't keep them at all. So I don't deserve nice things. So I got the old $13 wire ones from back in the day. They used to be the hotness.
Word.
We don't deserve nice things. We don't deserve Twitter because we can't stop ourselves. Like he said, like Kanye West said, I'm a little sleepy right now, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on all the Jews. I was, what? Like, imagine if, what's that dude? Liam Neeson said that he wanted to kill a black bastard.
Mm-hmm.
And that, we ain't watched none of that nigga's movies since. And he ain't dropped 100 of them.
Right, but he's still dropping though. But look here though, if we can just kind of jump on that for a second. He was on an episode of Atlanta last season.
Yeah,
you really should watch that episode, man. It was almost like
episode.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I want to say it was like the way it's like a backhanded apology.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I mean, they also kind of played into it too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they try to make acknowledging
it, like
acknowledging cancel culture and how it's just like. I feel like that was a great thing because if you listen to what he said, he literally followed it up by saying like, yo, I was wrong to think that way. I was racist. So he apologized after he said it. But we just clipped it, let TMZ feed us, let the internet feed us, and let Twitter feed us, and we got mad.
Right.
Like if you spend 6 minutes and just not even 6 minutes, just 3 minutes. If you listen to his fucking comment, you would understand where he was coming from, being like, yeah. It just happened to be this nigga was black, and yeah, he didn't like black people, but he understood and he changed his mindset. He was trying to talk about being anti-racist, but we canceled this motherfucker.
I don't think he's canceled. He's not. He's canceled with black folk, but white people, you know, so they watch that nigga. I don't know that. I mean, he's about to be. He about to be back in the Star Wars universe. Oh,
I'm pretty sure he's fine again.
See, this is that's what I'm saying. You could
it's
say
been like
shit
9
like that.
years, my nigga.
It doesn't matter. But that's the point, though. You could say what you want about a certain group of people, and next thing you know, you go be in a Marvel movie. Robert Downey Jr. was on drugs the first half of his life. You know, cracked out, fucking around with prostitutes,
on crack,
almost got AIDS and shit. That nigga became Iron Man. Second, third, fourth try. Kyrie still they will not pass Kyrie the ball. That's what I'm saying.
They do need to
Bro.
let this one go because this seems like some old slavery punishment type shit.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
Like he apologized. We done had what was the boy that was on 2.5 Men? That nigga. He was fucking,
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen was fucking women and he had AIDS and he knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
He eventually got kicked off the show after coming in high off of crack. He used to come on set high on crack.
See, I thought he left because he wanted to.
No, he left because he was high off of crack.
Okay.
He was smoking crack, nigga.
Right.
Some shit you could get for $5 down the street. He's smoking that shit like it's rich drugs.
Well,
You know how of a fiend you have to be white and smoke crack.
nah, man, you like what you like, man.
Nigga, crack is what you say? Crack is
Crack is whack.
Crack is a cheap drug. I don't do cheap drugs. Nigga, crack is cheap, nigga.
Yo,
You can
you
get
stupid,
crack
yo.
for nothing, nigga. Crack is dirt cheap. It's the cheapest shit you can get, Wayne. It's the
That's
cheapest high. So you
It's cheaper than
smoking
weed, huh?
crack, nigga, it's the same price as weed, basically. You know what I mean? Weed get you higher
Yeah.
for longer. It's not as intense as crack. I'm not speaking from experience. Please don't fire me.
I don't know, man.
What I'm saying,
Kind of spelled that shit out, bro.
my whole point is this motherfucker is smoking crack and he's Iron Man or he was fucking doing 2.5 Men for 20 years. They need to let Kyrie play.
Yeah.
He's not good at talking. He ain't good at knowing knowledge. He ain't good at secret symbols. He ain't good at ancient geometry. So let him play. But he got one more again to defy these people. And his ass is going to be playing in the N1 league. Fuck round. Fuck round. I bet you Wayne, if he says something else, it does something else, I bet you he going to start his own NBA league.
So when do you, I mean, cause you, I know I just said, he should keep his mouth shut on social media, but
Yes.
technically you can't speak, you can't talk. Like, at what point do you just shut up and take the money? Or are you like, fuck the money. Like, I want to be able to say what I want to say. If
That's his choice. That's his choice.
Yeah.
And he should definitely do that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think Kyrie Irving is going to be as popular without sports. I'm not trying to be rude.
I mean, that's fine. No, that's
I'm not
fine.
trying
But
to
I
be
mean,
rude, but I'm
I don't
just
think
being
he's trying to
honest.
be super popular.
I don't think so neither, but he says that he has followers and he has people. That's some God complex shit to say that shit.
Yeah,
That's
but he probably
arrogant.
does, though. He probably does. Because at the end of the
Yeah.
day, he's a celebrity,
And he makes the most money out of anyone within his entire family tree. So he has that. The people look up to him. And I know if I was like his brother or some shit, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. As long as you keep letting me be your assistant, carry your bags, and let me get this $150,000 a year. That's how
Yeah.
niggas be, Wayne. Like people, and then when you done,
I don't-
they leave you alone.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's life, man. There's been millions of movies about it. Hamlet talked about it. This shit's been around. People still make the same dumb decisions. So if I was him, I was been shut the fuck up and dribble. In terms of this, in terms of this Jewish conspiracy theory, like he said, conspiracy theories. There's a whole bunch of. He said there's a whole bunch of secret societies that run this world. He said that during a press conference. That is this nigga lost his mind code. You don't say that.
I like that. not
Man.
for public. Yeah, no, man.
We all know it. Everybody knows it. It does exist. Everybody know it.
Does it exist? Does it exist, bro?
Bro, you know it exists because I told you about one. I
Which
sent
one?
you the link.
Which one?
I
forgot.
ain't saying it on here. I ain't trying to get hemmed up, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't feel like cutting this shit. I'm not editing this shit.
All right.
But you know one that I literally sent you the link to. It's a secret society, but that don't mean you can't join the bitch. Like, yes, there's a whole bunch of secret societies. There's a whole bunch of people that are billionaires that talk. Of course.
Yeah,
Who else you
yeah.
gonna fucking talk to? You're not gonna talk to somebody on the street. Yes. You just don't say it on national television after you score 25 points. Like, come on, man. You don't think LeBron can say that? You know LeBron can say that, bro. You know it. You know Tom Brady could talk about it. Lamar Jackson, all of these niggas could.
Yeah.
But they trying to get the motherfucking money. So if Kyrie wants to go ahead and be, this Hebrew Israelite God king, leave the sports shit alone. Do it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be able to do both because there's too many people that don't understand.
Yeah, and it's crazy that happens too. That happens so often. So often, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you like you saying with Ricky Williams and I was watching, this reminds me of Winning Time on HBO Max and how they show Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and how he separated himself from the rest of the team because of the religion, but he still went out there and he still played,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a different time, a different era.
Yeah.
And I think they just want nothing but punishment. There's no such thing as an apology anymore. Like, they're going to sit you down and say, apologize. I'm so sorry. Thank you. And that's it. And then they'll find a reason to say, oh, he wasn't sincere. Oh, he didn't say the right thing. Oh, he left this out. There's no such thing as an apology. Apology is nowhere anymore.
In this case, he kind of did do that, though.
No, I feel you.
He didn't
I feel
apologize twice. I watched both.
I understand. When you say he didn't apologize twice, that's because they asked him for an apology. Like, if you ask somebody for an apology, they don't have to give it to you. And
that's
and
true.
If you
but
ask
you gonna say
my
it.
thing is, but wait. If you ask for an apology, is it really real?
No, but nobody.
Right, because you got to come around to it. You got to come around to it for it to be real.
Wayne, if you said
so, you can't just put a mic in somebody's face and be like, "Say you're sorry, nigga. Say you're sorry."
Yes, you can.
Say you're sorry.
I swear to God, people do it all the time, Wayne.
I'll say it when I'm ready, bro. I'll say it when I'm ready.
You see what happens? Your ass is gonna be on the bench, and then you got
that's the problem.
And Jaylen Brown and all the rest of these niggas tweeting, trying to get your bitch ass back on the court to dribble a ball.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day,
but still. You can't always give people what they want, man. Like, this is enough.
In this situation.
Listen. Another example I just thought about.
Right.
The Kevin Hart situation from a few years ago when he was supposed to
he apologized
host the
9
Emmys.
times.
And they was like,
Nine
so let's talk
times.
about this again. Let's talk. He's like,
Yeah,
no,
that was
I'm
some
not
bullshit.
talking about this again.
That was some
I'm not
bullshit.
talking.
That's a
they
good
asked for an apology.
example, Wayne.
He gave it, and then he was like, he said his friend Lee Daniels, the writer director,
Yeah.
he gave him, he made Kevin open his eyes and see it in the danger in his words.
Because
so
Lee
with
Daniels
that, Kevin
is gay,
came
correct?
out. Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so he, so with that, when Kevin Hart learned that, he was like, okay, I sincerely apologize. Nobody asked him for it. So when he's doing interviews and they're like, oh, let's talk about this again. Let's bring it. No, I apologized a million times for this, man. Leave this alone, bro. This is the same. The dude apologized. He did his time. Look, let the man play.
Let the man
play.
play. Let him play.
This is crazy. It's crazy.
But Kevin Hart apologized immediately after that shit on Twitter, and then he apologized in person. They brought it up 6 years later, and then he was like, I've already apologized for this 100 times. He was trying to stand his ground. I understand that. But I also watched the Netflix documentary that he did about this entire time. And Kevin Hart is kind of alcoholic, and he's kind of a dick face. So
yeah, he is.
Kind of should have just apologized and just said, "Oh, my bad. I apologized before. Let me apologize again." But he's so drunk and so egotistic that he just got caught up in his feelings. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why he had to go into the shut-in room. Remember, for like 2-3 years, and then come back and start hitting us again. That's the reason why. So to avoid all of that stuff, only thing you got to do is say what every other human being is going to say. You know what? If I offended anybody, I know I apologized for it before. Bob, I sincerely apologize again. I was wrong. What was that, Wayne? 4 seconds?
Yeah. But
and then you could go.
It was also something from years ago.
I know.
Now we're getting on Kevin Hart. We're getting on Kevin Hart, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna try to defend it. I'm gonna try to defend him too. You just
gotta. I'm just sorry, man. It's just certain shit as a grown human that hopefully has emotions. You just gotta apologize for all the time. If you hit somebody with your car. Or let's say you kill somebody with your car. Extreme example. When you see their family, you be like, yo, I apologize, man. I was fucked up. I hit them. I killed them. You can go to jail. You can pay restitution. You can pay a fine. If you see that motherfucker 15 years later, the first thing, and they be just looking at you like you're still a dickhead, and they say, yo, I'm still salty about you killing my motherfucking peoples. You should be like, yo, I apologize. Nah, nigga, I apologize, and I did all my time and all this shit. Oh, my bad, man. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that, man. Just to get through it. It's called social convention. You fucking crazy assholes. Social convention. Learn something, nigga. Just Kyrie could apologize. We would never talk about this shit. No, he could be playing. I mean, the Nets still suck, but he could have at least been playing. He just had to apologize.
I don't know, man. I kind of
give a couple dollars out. The regular Wayne.
I feel you, but I feel like even if he did apologize the first time, they'll be like, "We want more punishment. Something else just has to." I'm telling you.
One more example. I know he's not black.
That's all right.
But the nigga from InfoWars, I can never remember this nigga's name.
Alex Jones.
Thank you. Alex Jones said that Sandy Hook was a plant. He said he had people there. They did interviews and all of that shit. When Sandy Hook happened, Wayne? 2011, 10?
No, I want to say it was like 13, 14, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm.
He could apologize. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now he owes $1 billion that he don't got.
I think that's a different. Of course, it's a different situation, but in that case, I think it's different because, for one, he has a true following, not just one that he's trying to rile up like Kyrie is. He has a true following, and most importantly, he truly believed that shit, bro. So he's not, as long as you got a following of people, a gaggle of goofies that'll sit there with you.
After a couple of years of them getting sued. Now he don't believe it, Wayne. Now he said he don't believe it, Wayne.
He has to not. He has to not. Now,
so if you would have said that in the jump, you wouldn't have to pay for no goddamn $1 billion.
But you don't see that coming, bro. You don't see that people are gonna,
nobody saw
not sue you. Nobody saw $1 billion. Nobody saw $1 billion. Exactly.
White people and white moms got mad. You fucking with white moms
who drink wine all day.
They need something to do. They're gonna be on your and these babies are dead.
Yeah,
they're gonna be on your ass every motherfucking day until you are dead. They're gonna run that nigga into. He's gonna owe money when he in hell, Wayne.
Yeah,
his wife divorced him because of this. That's all he had to do was say I was wrong years ago. That's it, Wayne. That's it. You see, niggas are so egotistic.
He, like you said, race has a little bit to do with that. He would have been, he would have said sorry and it would have been Gucci for him. But Kyrie is a different thing. If he would, like I said, man, if he would have said it the first time or the second time, they still want war. They still want more and more punishment for him.
But remember, LeBron said some shit. He said more than what Kyrie did, and LeBron apologized. I think he apologized within like 6 hours because he had said it during the day, and then a whole bunch of Jewish people on Twitter and people started blowing up his phone, and it became news. And then he apologized 6 hours after, and that shit did not come back until just this shit with Kyrie. He ain't had to pay no money. He ain't had to do no press circuit. He ain't even had to apologize in person. He apologized on Twitter. Bing, boom, bow, in and out. And LeBron is way bigger and way more important than Kyrie. Just apologize the right way. Don't go around talking about I can't be anti-Semitic because I am Semitic. The fuck are you talking about, dog?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Hebrew Israelites. Now, Wayne, when you go to the Nets, the Nets like to go to the stadium. There is Hebrew Israelites all around the Nets stadium with the loudspeakers screaming.
Wow, man.
And you talking about this nigga to come back and play.
Wow, man. But that's strictly because they haven't let him play yet, right? Or are they doing it like in defense of him?
Because they doing it not only in defense of him, but they're supporting their religion. They saying that Kyrie is part of it. That's the reason why I say I'm mad at K-Dot.
K-Dot didn't do nothing.
K-Dot, it was the one of the first people to be like a major star to talk about it in his music.
What did he say? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was on To Pimp a Butterfly. He talked about he was being a Hebrew, and if you look it up on YouTube,
I thought you were talking about okay.
No, not the Jews. No.
Right,
We're talking about being a Hebrew Israelite. But if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you believe this about the Jews. Like that's just that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how it go. But now when you go to that stadium, bro, You got Jewish people and Hebrew Israelites arguing against each other. This is New York.
Yep.
So you got signs of him like Kyrie is right on the bridge and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Jews are coming to kill y'all. Like, is he able to come back?
See, that's extreme, man. That's extreme. Like, he
Bring
didn't
the
say none of that
extremes
shit.
out.
And then, but I don't know. I didn't see the movie either. I don't know what what it says in the movie.
We
as well.
should. Oh, the
But
movie got
that's
taken off of Amazon now, so you can't.
Yeah, yeah. But that shit was like $50, man. I went checked.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was gonna be like, bro. I thought that was gonna be like $15, like the rest of the movies, bro.
I thought it was free.
Man,
That shit
that
ain't-
book like
that shit's
$90
part
on
of
Amazon,
Prime.
bro.
Kiss
Nope.
my black ass.
Nope.
Sorry, I don't want the.
And on top of
knowledge.
that,
Fuck
it's 3 hours long too, man.
that shit should be
Ain't
free.
got the time.
You
Yeah,
can go on
ain't got
YouTube
the time.
and look it
man.
up. Just go on YouTube, look it up. That's how I did it. It's clips on there. If they ain't get pulled down yet, there's clips on there.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $50 for no fucking movie.
Now,
about some shit.
excuse me. I've said that all of this was everybody's fault. What about like the media? They made such a big deal out of it to where it brought out the Hebrew. I'm about to say Hebrew nationals, my nigga.
Hebrew Israelites.
The Hebrew Israelites. It brought out the Hebrew Israelites, and brought the signs and people putting out, Kyrie is right and all these other things about the Jewish people. I mean, they kind of egged it on as well too, didn't they?
Look, you ever find yourself bored? Like you go on CNN, you go on Fox News, you go on ESPN, you go on Bleacher Report, you go on MSNBC, you go on Google News, and it's just like not a lot going on. They be talking about this bitch getting divorced from this actor and shit like that. The media is selling advertisements. They need people to watch their stuff. They need people to go on their website, right, Wayne? Simple stuff.
Right.
So they're going to boost anything that happens. They're going to boost it. And you're right. They boosted this shit because people tuned in the first take to hear the opinions of this. People looked on ESPN.com to see where the fuck is Kyrie at. Blogs are posting about it. Deadspin, TMZ Sports. Hey, man, it creates traffic. And if you want to know about it, you're going to go to the sources that you trust. It all creates traffic. So they're going to boost anything up than bigger what it is. The problem is that when the Anti-Defamation League start tweeting about it, and you got Adam Silver talking about it, then you got the Nets owner talking about this nigga got more work to do. Now it's surpassed being clickbait. Now it's like some real shit. And now you're starting to see Jews versus blacks. And black people are asking the conversation, if a Jewish player said this shit against a black person, or tweeted some, I don't know what would be equivalent to this movie. Let's say something about replacement theory. If he tweeted that and he didn't apologize, he was like, this is what I believe. Would his ass be gone? Well, yeah, probably, because there's been a lot of examples of black people, white people saying stuff and getting fired, being racist in recent history. So it creates combativeness. It's past the media now, Wayne. Now it's on some real shit. Now we have real conversations. When you could have fucking suspended that boy for 5 days, let him do his thing, and let his bitch ass come back, and this shit would be over. Now the NBA Players Association is involved. Now this is some collective bargaining shit. See, y'all just boosting it. You're boosting it up, and it's getting worse. Now it's not about media. Now it's about some real shit. And I promise you, when you gonna see how dumb motherfuckers really is about what they start saying.
And see, and another thing too is, everybody is such a great person nowadays too. Everybody just knows better and does better and loves everybody and shit, and that's great and wonderful. I hate how everybody's coming out against Kyrie though. Everybody has something to say. It's like,
we
what's
need
your
to stand
opinion on
up for
this?
them.
And you
Fuck
you have to say something. Have to be positive for it. You can't have your own opinion or anything like that. You're right. And I hate that, man. I hate that. It's going to be hard for this dude to come back.
It is. It's going to be hard for him to. Me personally, if he does come back, let him play and let Kevin Durant do all the interviews and the press conferences. He don't need to talk. I know Kyrie Irving is popular, but he don't need to speak about shit. Fuck them game. If he scores 60, then he can come talk. But unless if he scored 20 like he usually do, let that nigga be a regular old guy.
Yeah, man.
You don't need to hear from him because he is liable to say something. He is liable to come in with a White Lives Matter t-shirt and then it's over. Because now we can't support the nigga. We helping you out. We really trying to help you out. But he's on that Kanye. He's on that Kanye tip. Kanye said, Bush don't like black people. Ever since then, nigga's been going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Now to the point where we don't even support that nigga no more. This nigga bought Parler. You know what Parler is? It's a social media website for Trump.
It's a racist, yep.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I've been on there. That shit is not cool. It is racist. They don't like nobody. Talking about free speech. No, this is, I hate niggas, I hate Mexicans, I like guns, I hate Jews. That's what's on there. It's not no free speech. It's I hate these motherfuckers.
Right.
And I want to kill them all. And he bought it. So, look.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Man, we ain't gonna never leave from this episode, bro, because I keep thinking about some other shit.
I gotta get my burritos. So go ahead.
Okay, my bad. One more thing. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, man. So, the movie and the book is number one, right, on Amazon or whatever.
What?
I feel like everybody who's talking about it made that book number one because people are curious now and they want to read it. If they would have just left it as just an IG post, and wouldn't have made a big deal about an apology, like this is why it's everybody's fault. It's not just about him posting it. If it would have just been a regular post, like it would have been milquetoast, nothing at all. But you made a big deal, wanted an apology, and now the book is number one, and now you're going to get more hateful people. This is not Kyrie's fault. This is y'all fault for looking and caring too much and wanting to find something to get mad at people about. And that's what y'all did. And now this book is number one, and now you're going to get more people hating Jewish people. I'm
Wayne
not
has
going to
a
just
point.
sit here and blame Kyrie.
I'm sorry. Wayne has a point. And I don't want to admit it, but he has a point.
Yeah.
Look, the boy said that he read what he said, and I know he said what he said. Yes, the boy shouldn't have said fucking that shit. He shouldn't have tweeted it. But he ain't say nothing else with it. They say he promoted it. He just posted it on Twitter. He shouldn't have did that. He should have known more. But Kyrie, and I'm trying to tell y'all keep saying he's smart. Kyrie is stupid. Mm-hmm. He's an idiot. He's not smart. He just played basketball really good. He's fucking stupid. So give him a pass. Treat him like your slow cousin. You know, Wayne, I don't know if you got one of these cousins. The one that always try to talk to you about some spiritualism shit,
so
but you know this nigga can't keep a job. So yeah, you can't keep a job. You can't pay for your family. You can't pay child support for your kids. You got to ask my mom for money, but you always trying to come around and talk about how, you're black, so you're king.
Right.
That's Kyrie. The only reason why that nigga's not on the street corner selling pies and bean pies is because he played basketball good. That's it. All right, y'all. Let's get on up out of here, man. We done talked about Kyrie. I don't know when he gonna play again. I personally don't give a fuck if he ever plays basketball again. But he should still have that pin. He should still.
Right.
He should still
still play if he wants to. But if not, then I'm with him. If he don't want to play.
If he comes to the Lakers, I don't give a fuck. So if he comes to the Lakers, he can say whatever he wants. We need to win, man. Fuck that shit.
He can't say whatever he wants. Felix didn't mean that, y'all.
Yeah, I do. We suck, man. We are 3-10.
Yeah, man.
We are terrible.
Man.
Hell,
what's going on with Bron, bro?
Bron ain't even playing. He injured his penis grown.
I thought. Hey, that's not funny, man. That shit hurts.
I know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what's going on. You ain't going out there playing no basketball, so you know what's going on.
Hell nah, bro. I ain't even sitting down to watch basketball, nigga. I'm in the bed.
See? So, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Thank y'all, man. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Tell us your opinions in the comments and hit the ding dong diddle and go ahead and make sure y'all keep following us and we follow us on IG at YFM Podcast and Twitter at YFM Podcast, man. And, yeah, man. If you're going to pay $50 to watch that fucking movie, please send $50 our way. You can sign up for our Patreon because that movie ain't fucking worth it. I'm trying to tell you, I know you're interested, but you can find that bitch on YouTube, I promise. So go sign up for our Patreon. You can look up our Patreon at YFM Podcast. And you can find our levels and stuff like that for free and exclusive content. Well, not free, nigga. We're going to charge you. But, exclusive content. You heard me? So.
No doubt. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Thank y'all so very much. Remember, anywhere your free podcast is sold is where you can find us. We dropped a new episode Today is Tuesday, but I don't know when y'all gonna watch this. But there's a new episode up right now, and it always is. Y'all go take a listen to that. Thank y'all for everything, man. Have a good night.
Peace, peace, peace. YFM is a podcast started by myself, Jimmy B. Fearless, and my big homie Wayne to go ahead and talk about hip hop, music, and the culture. But we need y'all help. We need y'all help to grow and to be able to build more. So how about you come and support us and support our Patreon? Our Patreon has $2 levels, $10 level, and a cool $20 level. You get early access to episodes. You get the full video version of our episodes, full audio, and we're adding new things every time. So come support our podcast, be a part of our community, and we just want to say thank y'all. Appreciate y'all and love. Peace. You feel me?